Yes, can I help you?
Hi. Oh, hi, good morning. Yeah, I'm Stu. I've got a 9:20 for a physical this morning.
Yes, I see you here, Mr. Sample. The nurse will start off by checking your vital signs. The doctor will then perform a routine physical examination. He will ask you to pee in a cup, and he will require a stool sample. You brought one with you, of course.
You said you wanted a what?
Pee in a cup so we can do a urinalysis.
No, the other thing.
A stool sample, sir, so we can make sure you're not carrying any intestinal parasites. And don't worry, if you can't get a stool sample yourself, we do have other methods of extracting one.
Hey folks, this is Scott, the administrator here at Seven Hills Animal Hospital, part of the Pet Village of Seven Hills. Bringing a poop sample into your vet is an important piece of keeping him healthy. Your pet, not the vet. There's many different intestinal parasites that can make your pets miserable, and several of these can actually be transmitted to humans. Check out our video on zoonotic disease for more information about that. But what you may not be familiar with is how your vet goes about checking your pet's poop for these parasites. First things first though, don't grab your dog's last week's worth of poop. Don't even grab today's pile. Believe it or not, we only need about 1 gram of this stuff, which is next to nothing. When you're picking it up, assuming it's a normal poop, it should roughly be about the size of the end of your pinky finger. Now, if it's soft, you might want to get about double that. There is a right way and a not as right way for preparing that perfect poop sample. Let's review how to make the perfect poop paste in pursuit of parasites. We start the process by adding about 1 gram of poop to a vial. Check it out, it's really not that much. No need to overdo it. Now this is where you want to combine your wet and your dry ingredients. Take some specially formulated sugar solution and slowly add it to the vial until it's about half full. Now whisk it thoroughly for just a few seconds. This gives it a smoother texture, but it's still going to be a little pulpy for our taste. From here, there's a couple different ways we could go. The older, passive flotation method just involves letting it sit in the vial for a while. The heavier stuff sinks to the bottom, the parasites float to the top, but there's a lot of stuff floating around in there, and the stuff we want at the top can get caught up in it. So, the newer method of using a centrifuge exerts a much greater force, and all the stuff in there is separated much more rapidly and efficiently. Now with a standard small strainer and another vial, slowly pour the mixture through the strainer. This will get most of the larger clumps. You could save these for later, but that's another episode. Next, you'll pour the mixture into a tube in the centrifuge until you've formed a nice meniscus at the top. Place a cover slip on and you're ready to spin. Set your timer to 15 minutes and away it goes. Ah, there we have it. Perfectly partitioned poop. The cover slip comes off, is placed right there on the glass slide when we're done. Now the technician can enjoy a nice couple of minutes of perusing for parasite eggs under the microscope. Oh, happy day. Well, that was fun, but what was she looking for? These are all eggs of roundworms and hookworms and whipworms and giardia and coccidia and other parasites that use a pet's poop to spread to other animals. And this is where we can really see the difference between the two different methods of preparation. Studies have shown that if your pet has hookworms, that if you use the older passive flotation method for a fecal sample, you're only going to find those hookworm eggs about 70% of the time. Whereas with the newer centrifugal method, we're going to find those hookworm eggs nearly 100% of the time. Now the results of the stool sample and fecal exam are then relayed to you, the owner. They're also put into your pet's chart and also written into the parasite log that we keep. And if it's found that your pet does have parasites, most of the time a simple deworming or two will take care of the problem. We hope you learned something today and encourage you to help your pet strive for that perfect poop. because number 2 is always number 1 in our hearts. Thanks for watching, and if you want to keep learning more about pets, vets, and what we think your pet would say if she could talk, please subscribe or check us out on Facebook.